Hello everyone, my name is Vedanshi. As we all know, curiosity can lead to many things, and it is curiosity, as well as a love of the outdoors, that leads to one of my favorite characters, Liam, to discover his passion for gardening in the story, which I'm gonna present in front of you today The Curious Garden by Peter Brown. So here I begin my story. There was once a city without gardens or trees or greenery of any kind. Most people spend their time indoors. As you can imagine, it was a very dreary place. However, there was one boy who loved being outside, even on drizzly days, while everyone else stayed inside. You could always find Liam happily splashing through his neighborhood. It was one such morning that Liam made several surprising discoveries. He was wandering around the old railway, as he did from time to time, when he stumbled upon a dark stairwell leading up to the tracks. The railway had stopped working ages ago, and since Liam had always wanted to explore the tracks, there was only one thing for the curious boy to do. Liam ran upstairs, pushed open the door, and stepped onto the railway. The first thing he saw was a lonely patch of color. Wildflowers and plants were the last things he expected to find up there. But when he took a look closer, it became clear that the plants were dying. They need a gardener. Liam may not have been a gardener, but he knew that he could help. So he returned onto the railway the very next day and got to work. The flowers nearly drowned, and he had a few pruning problems, but the plants patiently waited while Liam found better ways of gardening. As the weeks rolled by, Liam began to feel like a real gardener, and the plants began to feel like a real garden. Most gardens stay in one place, but this was no ordinary garden, with miles of open railway ahead of it. The garden was growing restless. It wanted to explore. The tough little weeds and mosses were the first to move. They popped up farther and farther down the tracks and were more closely followed by more delicate plants. Over the next few months, Liam and the Curious Garden explored every corner of the railway. After spending his summer and autumn with the garden, Liam's time on the railway was finally interrupted by winter. Heavy blankets of snow fell on the city that season, and for the first time, he had become a gardener. Liam could not visit the plants rather than waste his winters worrying about the garden. Liam spent it preparing for the spring. After 3 cold months, the snow finally began to melt, and Liam rolled his new gardening gear over to the railway. Winter had taken a toll on the garden, but thanks to Liam's planning, his handy new tools, and a little help from the sun, the plants soon awoke from their winter sleep. The garden has always wanted to explore the rest of the city, and that spring it was, finally ready to make its move. Once again, the tough little weeds and mosses sent out first. They popped up farther and farther from the railway and were closely followed by the more delicate plants. The garden was especially curious about old forgotten things. A few plants popped up where they didn't belong. Others mysteriously popped out all at once. But the most surprising things that popped up were the new gardeners. Many years later, the entire city has blossomed. But all of the new gardens Liam's favorite was where it all began. Thank you. Have a good day.